What's up? Okay. Can you guys hear me? Alright, fire. So right now, I'm currently in a space where not a lot makes sense, especially spiritually, emotionally, mentally. A very interesting space in my life. But as I continue to kind of grow from it, I think I learn more about who I am. Because I feel like you learn the most about yourself when nothing makes sense, like when life is unpredictable. You know what I mean? 'Cause it's easy to say that you wouldn't do something in a situation until you're in that exact situation. I always found this so interesting how motherfuckers are having an opinion. Oh, I'm not gonna do this. I would never do that. You've never been in that situation, right? You know, your body goes into a fight or flight mode. And you know, growing up, one of the things that I would always hate is it would really trigger me when people would call me suburban. And so I finally identified why being called suburban triggered me so much was mainly due to the fact that, you know, I almost lost my life being me, you know, to other people and to myself. It was a time I didn't want to be alive because I was being myself. Because I got, you know, bullied for it, or like, you know, people tried to physically fight me. You know what I mean? I didn't got jumped. I didn't have to fight 2 and 3 niggas at the same time. I had to fight one person just to be myself. And being a free black man that you know doesn't identify as queer, they try to put limitations on what it is or like how you can express yourself. And I've always found that really weird. It's like, why do we limit ourselves, or anyone for that matter? Why do you care? You know, some days I wake up, I might want to wear a wig. You know what I'm saying? I might want to wear a black and pink striped shirt. I might want to just jump up and down like a fucking animal. But I have the imagination of my inner child. And that's kind of what fuels my creativity in a lot of ways. And I never want to lose it. And so sometimes I feel myself getting lost in thoughts that don't matter. You know, recently I've had like multiple attempts on like my character being attacked. And, you know, one of the things that I've always wondered is like, what's like the lesson in this chapter? Like when I see patterns, because I'm really good at identifying patterns, I'm like, okay, like, does God want me to learn something from this? Or is this just a mistake that I continuously make that I'm causing on myself? And sometimes I feel like it's really a combination of both. You know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like it's a combination of both, and it takes a real man to be able to identify that. You have to know that, okay, A, I'm causing this on myself, and B, maybe God is testing me. And so right now I'm in a weird state where I'm like, how do I overcome this constant attack on my character? How do I overcome this constant attack on my reputation? You know, I had a dream the other night, and in the dream, I was moving from different states, telling them different names and different identities that I was in. And although I definitely feel like part of it was spiritual, I also feel like that was a reflect of my mental, and what it is I want to do is get away from previously burnt bridges, or like false negative identities that are attached to me. And so it's made me wonder and reframe on who it is I am and what I identify with, and what things I don't like to identify or associate with. I don't care about anything. I don't care about what you think. I don't care about what I think. I don't care about what anyone thinks. I don't watch TV. I barely listen to any music. I care a lot less about celebrities, although I still want to be one. I'm in a weird era where like nothing fucking matters and everything matters at the same time. And that's why I'm just expressing myself. Like it's really, I don't really even fully understand what it is I'm going through, but I heard a thought in my head say crisis. It's not a fucking crisis, but more so just like, I don't know, like me evolving. Evolution in a lot of ways seem more so healthy than negative. I meditate, I journal daily, I go to the gym. These are like daily practices that I'm implementing now that I weren't implementing before. And so as I become a lot more healthier, I guess things and people have limited access to who I am as a person. And I don't say that as if I'm just this great person and I'm so great and amazing. In fact, I think it's quite the opposite. I think I'm a terrible person in a lot of ways. I think I have a lot of negative thoughts. I think I have a lot of negative emotions and perceptions and perspectives. And I'm very honest about who I am. And that's the main thing that I kind of try to make sure I stay locked in on, is my honesty. These are just my thoughts and some of the things I want to talk about. Issei was here. Issei was right. Go viral.